All right, let's go through some movements to wake up the body and start to bring it out of hibernation from the winter. We'll stand with our feet under our hips, arms relaxed, fingers relaxed, crown of the head lifting, and the tail and low back relaxing downwards. Slow your breath to a 4 or 5 second inhale and a 4 or 5 second exhale through the nose. And let's focus on where the breath is filling in the body. Let's put the right hand on the chest, left hand on the low belly. And for a breath or two, try to fill your low belly, puffing out the left hand. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. And no hurry with it. You may feel a lot of movement there. You may feel less movement, but just tune into what your hand is feeling and try to relax your waist, your belly, and your low back. And then we'll move to the upper hand. Inhaling, fill the chest, spread the collarbones. Feel the right hand lift slightly from the breathing. And lower and deflate as you exhale. We'll do a couple breaths on the top. And then we're going to breathe in between the hands. Filling the space between the hands, the solar plexus, top of the stomach. Lifting the belly away, exhaling, shrinking the top of the stomach back. This one's harder to feel. You might feel your ribs swelling or expanding a little bit. And then feel all three, low, middle, top, and exhale. Breathing evenly now, let's circle the arms like hands of a clock. One direction, palms facing the body. When they're down, facing forward when they're up. And focus here on trying to use the back and ribs, the turning of the spine and the ribs. It's a small motion, but see if you can employ some of your back muscles to move your arms and not just your upper shoulders. Our back muscles stay really tense from posture and from either inactivity and or doing the same activities, repetitive activity, just walking or just bicycling or just whatever we do. Now we're going to shrug the shoulders forward, up, back, and down, and let the arms, the hands just follow along with this motion, sort of like a whip. We swing one part of the whip, the handle of the whip, and the tail of the whip follows through. And that's the arms, the hands here. Reverse directions now. We'll turn, we'll circle the shoulders back, up, forward, and down. The arms go in front now, palm down. Inhaling, we open the hands, spreading the arms. Exhaling, they close to face palm down. Again here, not very visible on the outside, but imagine using the back like a bird to spread its wings. They don't use their shoulders as much as their backs. We're spreading the wings and we're using the chest and spreading the back to close the arms forward. So like there's a hinge in the center of the chest. Inhaling, open. Exhaling, closed. We're still staying anchored in our feet, our knees unlocked, our tailbone sinking. The lower body should be balanced, even on the feet, and relaxed, not tense. The more we relax the belly and the low back, the more the breath can fill the waist area. And now we'll pick an arm and we will circle the arm around. The pinky edge leads the arm back as high as we can, and then the arm turns and the pinky side of the hand leads the arm down. we're imagining pressing through our feet and reaching through our whole side, not just moving the shoulder again, but trying to lengthen that whole side of the body. Reverse directions now. And reverse sides, change sides. Switching arms, we're rotating the arm forward, the thumb leads the way. The arm turns, the thumb leads the way going down. We're inhaling on the way up, stretching the whole side, exhaling as the arm lowers. So even as we're doing that, again, we're keeping the legs buoyant and active, the feet grounded and even on the front and back of the feet, inside and outside of the feet. So we don't want to feel just dead on our legs. And now we're going to widen our stance a bit and sit our hips down and rotate our shoulders, arms outstretched in opposite directions. Just breathing evenly here. There's no coordinated breath with the motion. After a few turns, we'll start to then turn our waist and our hips a bit as we turn the arms to rotate the arms a little further, as if we're wringing out the whole shoulder girdle. Trying to keep the arms as elevated as possible on the same plane. The back arm, my back arm is lowering a little too much here. So really work to keep reaching out through those fingers to keep the arm elevated. Now we'll bring the feet together and arms at the sides, turning the back, a feeling of turning the back muscles, and the neck rotates on top. So this is not just simply turning the neck side to side, but trying to rotate the back muscles without turning the ribs and shoulders, and letting the head turn with that motion. Inhaling, looking to one side. Exhaling back to the middle. And now we will inhale and stretch the front of the chest and midline up, lifting the chin up towards the ceiling. Exhale, stretch the top of the head forward. Just a couple of those. Now we'll do a simple drilling, piercing exercise using the turning of the waist where most of the power comes from, and sending the arm out to palm down, drawing it back when we exhale. Or rather, either coordination's fine, but exhaling out, inhaling in often feels natural. So here we're just practicing turning the waist and the ribs and letting the arms follow that motion. So piercing out with the fingertips, drawing back, sitting back into that back hip. Feel a little rotation in your spine, and your belly should turn a bit side to side. Now we'll keep that same motion as we do a teacupping exercise. Follow along, palm stays upward facing. The arm circles overhead, traces in front of the body, draws back under the armpit, and circles around backwards. Try to follow the motion here, approximate what we're doing with this one. This is an involved exercise, but we want to just think more right now about the motion in the hips and trying to keep the palm facing upwards. The right hand now slicing through the front, tucking under the armpit, and then upside down, circling over the head. Shifting the weight a little bit side to side and turning the belt buckle in the waist to swing the arm through the motion. And now, we'll place the palms on the low back. Inhaling, we chafe the hands up and down, warming the low back. Hold, retain the breath for a moment, and exhale. This is a kidney breathing exercise. Inhaling, chafing the back. Retaining the breath for a moment, pushing the breath down into the low belly, and exhaling, feeling the warmth under the hands, feeling the low back. And here you can also feel the breath expanding, hopefully, the waist and the low back. This is a very calming exercise. It's a little of a stretch to put the hands behind your back like this, for the shoulders, for guys especially, but worth it. Point the fingers at each other, at the spine, keep the hands in the low back, and let's circle the hips around the world. So we just fill the low body, low back full of breath and warmth, and now we're going to circulate that, thinking of the kidneys rotating around, feeling the back muscles alternating and circling. The back muscles alternating which one's engaging. And now the feet come a little closer together and we rotate the pelvis. This is like a salad bowl on its base that's wobbling in a circle. Or like the point of the sacrum, the point of the tailbone is drawing a circle underneath us. So now we will make a shallow lunge and we will arch our midline up. So pull the belly and chest and chin up. Exhale, lower the back and shoulders through to the other side. As you're turning from side to side, exhaling, the feet turn to face the new direction. Inhaling, stretch the whole front of the body up and open. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, fold down. Now we will stay in a lunge position here. We'll bring the hands overhead. Try to pull the elbows and hands back to stretch the shoulders. Bending the front knee, feeling a stretch in the front of the back hip. Pressing both heels into the ground. Fingers interlaced behind the head. And we turn towards our front leg, rotating our spine. And then straightening our arms. So the whole body has a twist through it from heel to head. Other side now. Want to tuck the tail, press down through the back heel. Lift the arms high, trying to open the armpits. Pulling the arms back, bending the front knee. A couple breaths here. Pulling the chin back, back of the head back. And then interlace the fingers behind your head. And rotate towards the front knee. Feeling this twist in your back, and then open the elbows, reaching the fingers out, reaching the fingers long. And we will stand and we will vibrate the body so we can drop the knees or drop the heels to shake the whole body just a few times. And then lastly, we will bring the arms in a round, embracing posture in front of our chest. Everything round on the arms. This is to focus the warmth and activity of the body, to gather and store the energy and circulation we've cultivated. Breathing in the waist, relaxing the shoulders and letting the low back hold the arms up. Breathe evenly. And we'll bring the feet together. Inhale the hands up, exhale down. Rest the hands on the belly. And enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for joining us. David.